my name's Bartholomew O'Bill, and I'm here with little Timmy doing a little E3 podcast for you guys this week. How you doing, little Timmy?
I'm just doing pretty good, thanks, Sam. Buffalo, Sam, how you doing? My name's Timmy, and I can't wait for E3. Can I go home now, please?
No, you're my hostage for at least the next hour or so while we talk about it.
I paid you for a good hour, and you're gonna stay here for the good hour.
I can't even do you like this. I try to bring it at least half serious. I can't even do it. I'm laughing too much. Anyway, well, after that kind of strange intro, we're actually going to be talking about E3 this week, guys. It's in a couple of days. I think 3 days away or something like that. I actually don't even know, to be honest. I can't remember what date it starts. Either way.
Yeah, neither way.
We're going to be getting them conferences in just a few days, so we figured we'd do a little prediction game, which is something that a few podcasts that I've listened to actually do, and I think it's a pretty interesting lead up into all the E3 magic. So how it works is we both come up with different predictions, right? Some of them pretty outlandish, a bit out there, some of them pretty grounded and real. And for every one that we get right, so long as there's no overlap, as long as we don't have the same predictions, for everyone that we get right, we get a point. And so we'll review this in probably the next podcast or two after E3 and see who wins this little game. But before we do actually get into that, we'll kick this off as we always do. Have you been playing or watching much lately, Ben?
Watching. No, I've actually been watching mainly. Watching some Orange is the New Black, getting ready for that new season. Have you watched it yourself?
I have never watched it.
Watch some Orange.
Probably never will.
Probably never will. You'll watch 13 Reasons Why, but you won't watch Orange is the New Black. Come on, man. Surely. You have to do something better.
No, I'm too busy watching. I've been rewatching The In-Betweeners and The Office, so that's what I'm kind of tied up with. They're both fantastic shows.
That's fair enough. No, other than that, just as literally every single other time, Overwatch. That's it.
Yeah, so about Overwatch, I don't know how keen I am to talk about it after placements this season.
Sorry to bring up some traumatic events.
I have placed a little bit lower than anticipated. I think the lowest my Overwatch career has ever been, and it's not great.
You might well be the lowest in the group now too.
Yeah, so to put that into context, there's a lot of people that Ben and I will sometimes play Overwatch with. We call it, I guess our Overwatch group, and there's a lot of us, and Ben and I used to be the two highest. And now Ben, I think, is in second, and I am by far the lowest out of probably 8 or 9 people, so... Woo! Go
Congratulations,
Overwatch.
Sam. We won't talk about Overwatch then. I'm sorry. We'll never speak of it once. My god, joking. I'll never speak of it again.
Yeah. Until next week when I ask you what you've been playing again.
I'm going to blatantly reject the fact that I've played it during the entirety of the week.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, also, on another note, since I've just remembered, sorry this podcast is a little late compared to our last one. I think it's been about 2 weeks, maybe even 3. We did have one recorded that we had a great special guest on, and when I went to edit it, I accidentally erased all of my audio somehow. Whether I did it or Audacity did it, I'm not sure, but that has been lost into the ether, and it was a fantastic podcast too, but we'll probably get that guest on again in the next 2 weeks or so. I've been talking to him, making a few sort of under-the-table deals and whatnot. A few favours are going to be lended, because, to be honest, he really didn't like you, Ben. He did not want to come back and talk to you, so I've really had to sort of...
Oh, no.
worm-tongue him back into this podcast.
Oh, look, I tried so hard. I just pretended to be someone completely different, like you've always told me, Sam. And what do you mean it's backfired? I loved him. Look, I tried to find him on every social media account I could, and I just couldn't. Turns out I've been blocked. Is that a thing? Can you be blocked?
Yeah, I don't know. Apparently, how he figured that out, that you were stalking him, his wife just said to him, like, hey, dude, like, who's this Ben guy trying to talk to me to get onto you, and how does he know our address, and why is he flying down here in the next half hour? And then, yeah, so it kind of just went from there. You were arrested at the airport.
It was just a big misunderstanding. Like, I thought, like, hey, what is the one thing that Sam would enjoy the most? It would be me coming to visit unexpectedly. So I was like, hey, what's he going to enjoy the most? It's going to be me coming to visit unexpectedly. So I booked my flight, and that was the end of that. And by the end of that, I mean interrogations ensued.
And then you had your Britney Spears moment where you just cracked and shaved all your hair off and just went a little bit nuts. But that's all right. We've gotten over it. You just can't deal with the fame that we have right now. Our whole 26 subscribers are just getting to your head, man. I understand the stress.
Yeah, that's it. I'm just in a dark place, really. Like, heroin is the main thing that's got me through the weeks, and I admit that. Between heroin and trying to visit random people, that's it.
That's right. I forgot your plan to actually live out the movie Trainspotting and turn that into your life.
One day we'll try. But,
While little babies floating around on the roof and...
Other than that, what have you been playing anyway, Sam? Let's not get in my personal life. That's for me.
What have I been playing? I've been playing the Master Chief Collection because I impulse bought an Xbox One the other day, so go me. Because Halo 3, I'm pretty sure I've talked about it on this podcast before, but Halo 3 is my jam for multiplayer games, so I've been playing like all the OG Halo games online again, so that's been making me happy. I could say I've been playing Persona 5, but it's actually just me leaving the game running and not actually touching it and accidentally leaving my PlayStation on and racking up 300 hours. My save file is ridiculously large considering I'm only just past the second dungeon. I'm like not even a quarter of the way through the game.
Wow, you're just really bad at it.
Yeah, that too, I guess. I am actually pretty bad at it. I just don't get JRPGs and turn-based stuff and whatnot.
What are the games that you love the most and you don't quite understand it?
Pretty much.
I love everything about it.
What else have I been playing? The Overwatch, and that's pretty much it, really. That's about all I've been playing. I haven't really had a whole lot of time for games lately. I've been doing a lot of stuff with work, and believe it or not, I actually have a social life. I'm not entirely sure if you understand what that's like, Ben, but...
No, not at all.
I have people to see, things to do... Mm-hmm. But yeah, so I haven't actually been playing nearly as many games as I would have liked to. I've also been playing my guitar a lot more lately than I used to.
Songbird, are we?
Yeah.
What's your
yeah, except I play nothing but Wonderwall, just for about 6 hours straight.
Despised.
I really want to be one of those pub life performers who's just sitting there playing the guitar, and like you might play something that everyone kind of enjoys and stuff for your first song, and like everyone's slowly getting into it. Then stop for a second until everyone's looking at you, then just go, anyways, here's Wonderwall. Like every other performer does.
Suggestions, just Wonderwall. Right, okay. Did someone say Wonderwall? Okay, yep, that's it. We'll play Wonderwall.
We wanted Ed Sheeran. Wonderwall it is. Yeah, and then I just play that for the next 6 hours while everyone eats their schnitties and stuff at a pub. That'd be great.
Yeah, no, 100%. But no, that's good. That's good to get back in the old guitar.
Absolutely. I bought a capo the other day, which is why I've been playing it. So capos just make it sound so much better.
You're not wrong.
Anyway, moving on from Guitar Cast, we should actually probably get into E3. How about that? We're like 5 minutes in. We haven't even talked about it yet. But yeah.
Always tangents. Can't keep.
I love a good tangent. But yeah, so we have a few predictions going off here. Mine, I have no idea what Ben's are. We don't know what each other's predictions are, except Ben did sort of figure out one of mine. Conniving son of a bitch. But
I'll read your mind and I'll find your secrets.
Ooh, that's not a mind you want to be reading, buddy.
Classic. Hope you're wearing a condom because I've got a dirty mind.
Yeah. So I'll let you kick it off with the first prediction, Ben.
All right. Well, my first prediction is it's not going to be too over the top, but I think that they will not show anything from The Last of Us 2.
Ooh.
Yep. I think they're
not a single thing.
They might wait and try and perfect the game before they show us anything. But look, that's I really struggle to say that because of course they're going to say something about The Last of Us at some stage.
Ooh, yeah, no, see, okay. I have a point that pretty much relates to that, so I'll unveil one of my predictions while we talk about that point. Mine is that Naughty Dog will have a very limited amount of showtime in Sony's conference, having only a teaser for The Last of Us and a reminder that the Uncharted 4 DLC is coming out. Ooh. So, my little teaser, now that you talk about it, saying that they probably won't show anything, I don't know, I reckon it could easily go either way.
Yeah.
Because the game, it'd have so much longer to go in development, I think. Like, I don't think it'll even be a 2018 game. If it is, it'll be like a very late 2018. So them not showing anything might be a good idea, because I doubt they've actually developed a whole lot of it. I mean, that teaser that we saw at the PlayStation experience last year, that isn't actually even a part of the game. Like, Naughty Dog have said that scene isn't even in the game. It's just a teaser thing that they made that they've been working on for a while.
That's it.
So they might not even have really anything made for the game, I guess, for a teaser like what I'm saying. So yeah, you could definitely be right.
But I'm hoping it's that way, because I don't want a game that's rushed in any way. I mean, we don't want something that's half pushed, half developed. It just would not do the game serious justice.
Yeah, but I mean, if there's a developer known for bringing out half-done games, it's totally Naughty Dog, right? I mean, not one of their games have been polished or good at all.
Yeah, that's it. 100%.
How much does The Last of Us suck? I mean, it's one of the worst games I've ever played.
You're an idiot. Get on out of here. Get on out of here with your bullshit.
I would be frothing for a Last of Us trailer, though. I'm so excited for that game. I love the first one a lot. It's one of my favorites of all time. And so is Uncharted 4. So I kind of hope that they put out a teaser for the DLC. Pretty sure the DLC comes out not too long after E3, though. Yeah. So they might not do anything that much. They're like, hey, Lost Legacy's coming out. You should buy it. It's free if you already have Uncharted 4, which I don't anymore. I should probably get it again, but I've already finished that game 3 times.
What do you mean?
Well, when I was a poor uni student last year, I had to pay for games with games, so I traded it in for like Mafia 3 or something.
Spent
That was a big
countless
regret,
hours
that
debating
game
on how
sucked.
you think that is the best game, like one of the best games ever. You've still traded it out.
Yep. And I kind of want to play it through again too, because I was actually talking to a friend last night about I don't know why, but pirates, and we were talking about
Pirates of the Caribbean, the biggest movie of 2017.
One of the worst movies of 2017, you mean?
Quote my roommate Aiden. Every day.
Pirates of the Caribbean 5, one of the
Put it
biggest
into
movies of the year.
perspective, both my roommates are huge movie nuts. Like, you name a movie, and if it's relatively good, they've probably seen it. They've probably got some input into it.
Yeah.
But Aiden notoriously loves the Pirates movies, and will defend it to the grave.
I love the Pirates movies as well. Just not the 5th one or the 4th one. Although the 5th one was better than the 4th. But yeah, anyway, we're talking about pirates, and I couldn't remember the damn pirate's name who founded Libertalia in Uncharted 4, and then it was like, oh yeah, Henry Avery. And then, yeah, I don't know. This actually kind of relates to a topic that I want to put into next week's podcast, so I'll probably leave that conversation to that.
Is it famous pirates of history?
Of course. Is there a better topic for podcasts? I don't think so.
No, I'll read up.
One person will mention Blackbeard, and then everyone else will just be like, yep, that'll do it.
We've covered it. Blackbeard.
But, yeah, no, so I think they'll put a reminder out for the Uncharted 4 DLC, but I really would love a Last of Us trailer. But moving on to probably my next prediction, I've got Crash Team Racing will be announced as a remaster coming to PS4 to keep on that goddamn Crash Bandicoot hype train. Because I'm actually so keen for that remaster. I'm going to be all over that. I mean, playing the original Crash Bandicoot just in Uncharted 4 was amazing itself. Also, spoiler alert for Uncharted 4. It's only been out for a year, and I've given the spoiler alert after the spoiler.
You can't say spoiler alert after you've said it. That's not fair.
I'm bending the rules the way I like it. As said. But, oh shit, what was I saying? Oh yeah, playing Crash Bandicoot in Uncharted 4 was unreal. I was like, because I don't know, it popped up on the screen. I'm like, oh yeah, I'm just gonna watch Nathan Drake play Crash Bandicoot. And then I moved the D-pad. I was like, oh my god,
I'm in control.
Yep.
I was so unexpected. I was just exactly the same as you. Out of nowhere,
so
bit
cool.
of Crash Bandicoot.
But
Melena's amazing at it apparently.
She is. I cannot beat her score for the life of me. I'm really bad at platformers too, though. There's that. But yeah, no, Crash Team Racing will be announced as a remaster coming to PS4.
I think so.
I definitely think so.
That,
everyone is so on this Crash Bandicoot hype train. Like, everyone last year was like, oh, it's the year of dreams. We're going to get all these things that we never thought we'd get. And then they were joking around like, oh, we'll get Crash Bandicoot remastered. And then that announcement actually happened. And then one of the best things about E3 last year was Tim Geddes from Kinda Funny just freaking out in a live sort of stream of Sony's conference when that was announced. It was one of the best things I've ever watched.
Lover of all of the Crash.
Yeah, definitely.
very good. Someone was just like, hey, let's actually do it. What a sick prank. But that kind of ties into mine, is I reckon the Spyro trilogy. The original three are going to be remastered and released as an exclusive for the PlayStation 4.
Oh,
Please do
man,
it.
if that happens,
Please.
it's Year of Dreams
Please.
2.0.
I'm a praying. Oh yeah, but jumping on the remastered hype train, like, it's almost a free cheese of a game because they're already established. They're already amazing cult followings for those like early PlayStation exclusives. So I reckon do it, just for me.
Absolutely. Just for me, just for me, Ben and Tim Geddes, give us Crash Team Racing.
Sam just wants to see him freak out again.
I would love that. I'll link you to it after this. It's an amazing video. But
Good.
no, yeah, I'd love that. But man, the Spyro one, that's actually a really good idea. I love the Spyro games.
Did
I
you
played
play all
more of the
three?
PS2 ones. No, I haven't played the original Spyro, believe it
really?
or not. I've played 2 and 3
Damn,
and then
son.
Enter the Dragonfly, I think it was called, on PS2.
Yep, that's one of them.
Yeah, I played a lot of that too. But
There's like Reptile's Revenge and like, so many of them. Reptile's the second one. Third one, I can't even remember because I don't know, just still eggs, I think. But yeah, as a kid, they all blur into one, and they're all so much fun. And I remember when they brought it out on, actually, it was the American PlayStation site. So when I was at school at the time, at boarding school, my friend had a PS4, and so we made an American account. And for the entirety of the day, I did nothing but play and complete 100% Spyro the original game.
that's so cool.
And I don't think I've ever made a better life choice than that. I was ready to hang
No,
up my
absolutely
hat.
not. Or actually, I don't know. Your choice to have heroin for breakfast every day might just rival that. But
It's a good way to get me going. And by get me going, I mean I get up, I eat something, I have some heroin, and I go back to sleep.
those dreams would be pretty whack.
Some dream.
That's when you
whacking.
become Spyro the Dragon.
That's
But
it. That's when
you know
I
what I'd
actually started.
really yeah, that's it. That's where your prediction came from this morning.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, you know what I'd really like them to tie into that Spyro game?
What would you like them to tie into that Spyro game?
Do you remember we would have been like 10, maybe 11 years old, and McDonald's Happy Meals came out with really crappy Sonic, Crash, and Spyro handheld
No.
toys?
Don't go there. I see what you're doing, and I don't want them back.
Year of Dreams would continue if we had the Spyro crappy black and white handheld toys that cost about $2 to make.
Yeah, well,
Tied in with this remaster.
if we're lucky, at the Macca's conference, they might bring that out. Have you seen the Macca's conference?
The Macca's E3 conference.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, like they just go through and they talk about the ideas of bringing back all those old handheld games, you know? Remember those
Ronald
little...
McDonald pops up, is like, "Hi guys, you like the Big Mac? Well, you're gonna like it's bringing back the Spyro toys too."
Why is Jangles from our hit Destiny series all of a sudden the clown from fucking McDonald's?
Because he doesn't get enough money for being just Jangles, so he has to. He needs 2 jobs, and his other job is the iconic Ronald McDonald.
The iconic Ronald McDonald. And for those who don't understand that reference, go ahead, watch through this Destiny series. It's played out in probably the worst fashion that anything could have ever happened. But it's interesting. Say the
It is
least.
quite entertaining, to say the least. I am probably the worst partner anyone could ever hope for in Destiny, and if you want to find out why, then definitely watch that series. Cause
Trying to be nice, Sam. Trying to be
I am
nice.
beyond special when it comes to Destiny.
Oh, we have fun. We have a laugh. But yeah, no, Macca's conference, that's going to happen. Remastered. Where's my handheld? Where is my handheld?
Hey guys, you like the idea of that Shui and sauce from Rick and Morty? Well, we ain't giving it to you.
That's all he wants. That's what he lives for, old Rico. But I guess we'll move on from that because I could sit here and talk the entirety of this podcast about classics.
Yeah, me too. Which is why I'll probably move into my next prediction.
Oh, steal it off
is-
me. Fuck you. No, go on.
No,
Do it.
yep. Screw you, Ben. PSVR gets a markdown in the tie-in with Battlefront 2 in the form of an X-Wing game. So an X-Wing VR game to tie in with Battlefront 2 and PSVR is going to be, I'm going to say, $20 cheaper.
Right. Well, I can see that happening. How cool would that be to be actually piloting an X-Wing?
That'd
get
be
to
pretty
be
sick,
part of
and
someone's
I will
squad.
probably impulse buy a PSVR just to play that because I impulse bought an Xbox One just to play the Master Chief Collection. So
Impulse buys actually hurt me. Like,
I'm pretty good for them.
I'm writhing in pain right now.
I also impulse bought a $400 Bluetooth speaker the other day. Although in saying that, I got it at the place where I work, so I got it for $150, but it's worth $400. So yeah.
So you didn't save money, you spent 150.
Or I spent $150, which is a small price to pay for that juicy bass when I listen to my
Don't say it.
lovely Wonderwall 24/7.
There was 2 songs there you could have not said, and that was one of them.
What's the other one?
Something about like these weird calcified hard objects inside our body that are red.
Hearts?
Calcified. You got a heart
Calcified,
like bones, you fool.
but you said that they're red. Oh, Redbone.
He's got it.
That's
it. Welcome to our podcast where you learn about the songs I don't like and the fact that Sam has a heart made of bone. Yeah, see, this is why I don't like it. It changes him. We have a man, and then we have Redbone Man, the worst kind.
So stay woke. I could sing Redbone forever. I don't even know most of the lyrics, but I could just make up my own.
I want you to make up your own right now about your rank in Overwatch.
Platinum kinda sucks. Nearly placed in gold, and that makes me sad.
Yeah, that's better than the actual song. I'll
Can
give you that.
carry me into master?
Talking about gold, I guess, mine ties into your fact that they're going to release possibly the VR with releasing Battlefront gameplay for Battlefront 2.
Okay.
But hoping that it's gold in the fact that this game is actually complete and is actually well done and somewhat listens to the community.
Whoa. Hold up. We enjoyed the original Battlefront. We
Yeah,
both bought it. We
but-
both played it. We both enjoyed it.
It was nothing like anyone expected, and how quickly it died out.
Yeah, it did die out pretty quick.
Everyone was like,
although
well, this
the Death
is
Star
like,
DLC
okay.
was pretty bitchin' good.
It was fun.
Um,
Again, it died out really quickly because it didn't have that. It didn't have that way to keep players interested.
No, it really
I'm sure
didn't.
there's definitely that niche that stayed. The people that were like good fans and really enjoyed the game, and I'm not taking away from the game. But like
So-
bugs were fixed like for a very long time, and the game was released just early and not finished. And again, didn't really listen to the community, which seems to be a running like bit for people in the gaming industry. It seems.
That's right. See, DICE, when they made that game, they missed a very important thing. So you know the food pyramid, Ben? You're aware of this food pyramid, how it works. The very things on the very bottom are the most important parts of the pyramid, the base. Things at the top are just the things you can only have a little bit of.
Okay.
Right? Except they missed the actual... It's an unwritten rule, but it's kind of the official extra lower block that adds onto the bottom. It's even more important than your
Saying
staple foods.
That it's not a food pyramid; it's a food tree with a small trunk at the bottom.
No, it's a pyramid.
You said that there's a small square at the bottom.
No, there's like an extra category down the bottom, right? And do you know what that category down the bottom is? The most important part of anyone's diet?
Grapes.
Galactic Conquest. And they missed out on Galactic Conquest, goddammit.
So
And I
grapes.
want my Galactic Conquest with a side of grapes.
Yes, I'll sit down for an hour and I'll play Galactic Conquest, and I'll sit down for 3 hours if I have grapes in that Galactic Conquest. Take
mean,
note,
you know
gamers.
You know those classic photos of like the Greek and Romans like lying down getting fed grapes? They actually forgot to paint in the controller in their hand. Then they were playing Galactic Conquest.
That's accurately me playing any Galactic Conquest, except I have to lay on my side and feed myself. It's pretty disgusting. It's just like grape juice everywhere, and there's little bits of the grapes. No, not a fan. But no, Galactic Conquest. Why would they not do that? Please, sir. And
It'll be in the new one. It already has a really cool looking single player campaign from what we're seeing from the teaser. I'm pretty damn excited for it, especially the way that they're flipping kind of the way we look at Star Wars on their head, with the Empire being objectively the bad guys. They're totally flipping out on the head for the campaign in this. You play as the Emperor. Oh, not the Emperor. The Empire. I hope he gets to play as the Emperor at some point.
Playing as Cusco? The Emperor? Got a new groove?
You threw off my groove. I'm a llama.
Sticky llama face. But no, yeah.
The poison to kill Cusco. Cusco's poison. Anyway.
You get to play as Cusco, that's it. Moving on.
You get to play as Cusco and the Empire, which totally flips Star Wars on its head, because the way they're writing it is that the Empire is the good guys. They consider the rebels like just a pure evil that's disrupting the galaxy, and they've just blown up the Death Star, and it's kind of like the Empire's 9/11, like a big disaster that's sort of rallied them all together. They want to obliterate these rebels, and I don't know, that idea is really cool to me as the giant Star Wars nut that I am. I've never looked at Star Wars that way. Yeah. Star Wars has never been written that way, and it'll be really good.
The rebels are just so damn likable.
So damn likable. One of the writers for the game, actually, who's writing the story, Mitch Dyer. I used to listen to him on IGN podcasts all the time, because he used to work for IGN, and he probably knows Star Wars better than anyone that I've ever heard. And he's also a really good writer. So now DICE has hired him to actually co-write this game. So I have high hopes for it purely because he's writing for it as well. But
I like that. That's cool.
God damn, I'm excited for Battlefront 2. I reckon they're going to fix everything that everyone hated about the first one. Add in all the features everyone be wanting. And have you heard, actually, what else makes me excited about it? They've already confirmed, actually, that they're doing a gameplay demo. Just to sort of, have that about your point. But do you know what map that it's going to be on? They've also confirmed the map.
It's going to be on Dagobah.
Nope.
Oh.
Yeah, little Yoda with his little stick hitting people, asking for their dinner is going to be there. No, it's going to be on Naboo, which was one of my favourite maps of the originals. Theed Palace and the big battleground and whatnot. Yeah, so that should be awesome.
I think that was my least favourite.
Oh, really? It was one of my favourites.
It was just
that
so
and
boring.
Jedi Temple. I loved both of them.
Fair enough.
Anyway.
Agree to disagree.
I could talk about Star Wars all day.
I don't doubt it. I'll be waiting for like a segue to get out of this, like anything. I'll take anything at this stage.
Something I could probably... Actually, if this was about 4 years ago... No, hang on. 6 years ago. If this was before Halo 4 came out, this is something I could watch and talk about all day as well. And that is Halo 6. Halo 6 is going to be debuted as the last portion of Microsoft conference with a gameplay demo. And I don't know if this is going to mean anything to you, Ben, because I don't know how much Halo campaigns you've played.
Yeah, no, I'm just going to turn my headset off and let you go.
I reckon the character, the Arbiter, who hasn't been in it since Halo 3, he's going to be featured as part of the story for Halo 6. Now, I haven't played any of Halo 5 because I hated Halo 4. I really don't care about the campaign for Halo at all anymore. But I reckon that's going to happen. I don't know if you have any thoughts on that.
I think that the Arbiter has moved on, and he's now an arbitrator for just, all those aliens and different races and shit, and it's a peaceful time. And the arbitrator now, I'm assuming he had a helmet, but now he has the helmet and a suit, and he must battle the forces of evil with his lawyer ways and make the galaxy a safe place by removing the Halo rings and killing the bad guys. I don't know. I've got nothing. I don't know enough about Halo. I've never played it. What's the first one? Halo Wars? Was that a thing?
No. Halo Wars was a strategy game based on Halo.
Wrong. It was definitely just Halo then. I used to play that on a secret file on my local high school computer that everyone knew about and they didn't get rid of because it didn't hurt anyone. But is the extent of my Halo playing.
It's Halo Combat Evolved. That's the first one.
That's it.
And then you had Halo 2, then Halo 3, then Halo Wars, then Halo Reach, then... Halo 3, then Halo 3 ODST, then Halo Wars, then Halo Reach, then Halo 4, then Halo 5. Halo 4 and 5 suck.
There's too many.
But speaking of Halo, I also have another prediction based on that. Because this year is the 10th anniversary of my favourite multiplayer shooter, actually my favourite first-person shooter ever, Halo 3. 10th anniversary of that, and 343 Industries has had a trend of bringing out an anniversary, like remastered edition of every Halo on their 10th anniversary. So a few years ago it was Halo 2, this year it's Halo 3. So Halo 3 Anniversary announced for Xbox One, available in September. 343 have said that they're not going to do Halo 3 Anniversary. I reckon they're going to surprise everyone, though. Anyway, so that's another prediction of mine. What else have you got for me, Ben?
What else have I got for you? Well, Sam, I'm sure you've, or have you? I don't know. Last time we talked, we hadn't. But have you seen the Far Cry 5 trailer yet?
Yes!
Yes. Well, I think that the bashing of the redneck white people will overshadow that how bad the Assassin's Creed one's going to be from Ubisoft.
Man,
because we
I
all
haven't even
know
thought
Assassin's
about the
Creed is
Ubisoft
going to
ones.
be rough.
No, actually. You know what? This isn't one that I wrote down. This is going to be a shock prediction out of nowhere. I will also talk about your point. Assassin's Creed is going to look hella good. Because this one has had the longest development time out of any Assassin's Creed ever. And everyone was starting to get sick of the franchise. So I reckon they're going to flip it on its head, make it work totally different, and the new one's going to be really good. About Far Cry 5,
right.
though.
Far Cry 5 looks amazing.
It sounds so good.
It's such a cool concept.
crazy
Everyone's
rednecks.
like, what are they going to do? Where are they going to go? Are they going to go like here? Are they going to go back to like ancient China or something? But something that no one had predicted that I've seen, that they would go to white power America with like all the racists and their movements and their clans and the slaves and whatnot. And the
And
fact
their
that
farms.
that's it. And assuming that you're going to be playing as someone who has to work on those farms and just liberating somewhere, it's just really cool because it goes with the whole theme of how Far Cry's been set out throughout all of them, that you have to liberate somewhere, that you've got to make it a better place for everyone and get rid of that one evil, maleficent power.
That's right. Maleficent. What a word. But I really hope that you get to weave wheat. I don't know why. I just really want to weave wheat in that game. I don't know why. I just want to.
Weave Wheat Simulator.
In the Ubisoft conference, like, oh, we've got this sick new feature. You can weave wheat and stuff and like do all this farm stuff. And I've never played Farm Simulator, but if there's a way for me to play Farm Simulator, Far Cry 5 is it. But yeah, no. That game does look really cool. Like all the enemies, like I want to bang my cousin and kill all the black people and all the sinners. It's like, man, I'd love to take those people down.
Yeah.
Like,
how insane was the trailer though? Like it was just so out there. So many things you just didn't expect. Like watching someone running across a field, obviously being chased, and then you hear a church bell ringing. You're like, oh, this is like they're all in church and it's meant to represent that they're all like extremist Christians, and it turned out there's a man having his head banged against a bell to ring the bell. I mean,
classic
insanity. Last thing I'd expected. So it looks like it might be a bit of a darker tone on the Far Cry series, though. I feel like it's gonna shy away from where Primal and that was going, and maybe just be a more gruesome, down-to-earth, realistic experience.
I still haven't actually played Primal. Was it any good? Have you played it?
I've played about 30 minutes because my younger sister played it. She actually got platinum, her first platinum ever. There you
nice.
go. But
good job, little sister.
well done. Here's your gold star. And realising that platinum trophies really mean nothing ever, and you put so much time into them. They're just pretty to look at. But
I'm really close to my next platinum. Anyway.
But yeah, I played a little bit of it, and it was pretty fun. Who doesn't want to kill some mammoths and ride some tigers and ride some mammoth tigers, mans, and kill some Neanderthals?
Mammoth tigers. Can we get racist mammoth tigers in Far Cry 5?
Yeah, I don't see why not. They may as well.
Elephant toots in white power.
Elephant toots in white power. Toot toot. This is our elephant. We painted him white to demonstrate how racist we are. White power! Toot toot! Accurate. This is the direction we're taking.
Yeah, definitely. But I can't wait for Far Cry 5. Very interesting and original premise. Killing white redneck racists. Can't wait. But you know what else also ties into killing white supremacist racist redneck people?
No, I don't.
PlayStation All-Stars Racing will be announced as a digital title to come out in February.
What was that? Congratulations. Have a medal. All-Star Racing.
Because did you ever play PlayStation All Stars Battle Royale?
I never did.
Oh, it was so much fun. It did not sell well at all, but it was a lot of fun. It was a really well-made game.
Was it like
And
just Smash Bros for PlayStation?
yeah, it was exactly that. It was great.
Yep.
But essentially, PlayStation doesn't have a karting game, and I want them to have a karting game, because karting games are a good time, and I like karting games because I like beating people in karting games, and PlayStation All-Stars Racing will be a great karting game.
Well, lucky you don't verse me, because I'm the last guy you want to verse in a kart race.
Are you the kind of guy who hits me with a blue shell as I try and cross the finish line in Mario Kart?
Oh, well, I'm the guy who likes to roam around.
Go
I
from
also
town
do
to
that.
town.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm the wanderer. Oh,
This
I'm
is
the
on.
wanderer.
Next time that we have the opportunity, there's going to be a kart off, and the winner takes all. Like, all of the other person's possessions. I'm playing for life
I'm down
slips
for
here.
that. I'm playing for life slips.
Mhm.
Actually, I'll be really down for a Mario Kart or PlayStation All Stars Racing when it's announced as a digital title and coming out in February. Actually, we'll probably stream that, race that. I'll win that. But
Not if
before,
I have my way.
were you intentionally quoting the song "The Wanderers"?
Yeah. What
Yes.
do you mean? Yeah.
Okay, good.
Come on.
Good.
Come on.
Oh, I'm the type of guy who likes to run around. What else have you got for me for a prediction?
What have I got? I reckon that probably one of the most exciting views that we're going to get is more info onto the Days Gone.
Ooh.
Did you watch the drum? Obviously, you would have watched the trailer for that by now. Come on, it looks amazing. It looks like it's
Of
going to
course
be
I've watched the
so
trailer
much
for that.
fun.
It
But what
does
I
look
reckon
like a lot of fun.
is we're going to get a bit more of an in-depth look into it, because we've seen a bit of the gameplay and some of the mechanics that you have, but there might be maybe a bit of an idea on the story, or like how your character is customized and upgraded, and the different things that you can do with a game in that sense.
You hold that thought. I'm a pee.
I'm going to hold on to it right now.
Thank
Hold
you.
on to
Don't
it for
drop
dear
it.
life.
Hang on.
Anyways, a quick little sneak peek. One thing Sam didn't want me to talk about because it's apparently fucking preposterous, but a rocket ship running purely off E3 expectations. I mean, alternate source power, so much hype. I mean, sure, you've got to store it all once a year, but it's efficient. What price can you put on efficiency? Here we go, into space, with E3 expectations. That's it. I called it first, you heard it here. Mentalab.com. Talk some shit while you were gone, because I knew you'd come back with that. I hate you.
Okay, so yeah, we're talking Days Gone.
In days gone by, I don't know how that song goes because it's country. Yeah, no, I've completely lost that train of thought. It has left the station and is on its way to the next destination.
Ooh. That sounded cool. Anyway, but yeah, Days Gone actually looks fantastic. You laughing just really threw me off for some reason just then.
I didn't expect that.
But yeah, Days Gone looks
Shit,
fantastic.
fuck.
If people are wondering why I'm laughing, I'm probably going to cut out most of the songs, but I went and peed, and then we were just talking shit when I got back, and now it's made me start laughing. Anyway,
Yeah.
Days Gone looks fantastic for the third time in a row. I reckon, just to throw on an extra point on the back of your prediction, it's going to come out February next year.
Ah,
I really want to cut up all that audio of you coughing and put it to the
Oh my
tune of
God.
Redbone.
I should house it. Oh, I'm so sorry.
Are you dead?
I am so sorry. But yeah, it does look amazing, and I wouldn't doubt it if it's released super late. Because I'm feeling it's gonna be one of those games that, like, is what we reviewed it last year, and I reckon we might see something for like the next 2 years before we've seen it, including this year, obviously.
Yeah.
But you know, I'm just interested in see what like return it is. I wonder if there's gonna be like a co-op option or things of the sort. I haven't looked into if that information has been released yet.
Yeah, me either.
Personally, at the moment, I've been seeking for a while like a good co-op survival game or something like that. I mean, Dying Light was kind of that, but just nothing's tickled me fancy.
At the rate Overwatch has been going lately, it's pretty much a co-op survival game with you and I, and because we have so many bad teammates. But
There's bad teammates, understandable. Some people just have bad games or whatnot. It's the people that are just dicks.
yeah, there's a lot of those.
Don't be a fuck ass. Is it that hard?
You're such a fuck ass.
Suck a
Go
fuck
suck
and
a
eat a
fuck.
bag of dicks and etc. etc.
Classic Donnie Darko references.
That's it. I mean, like, I don't get angry very often, but when I do, there's some strange insults come out.
And you beat me over and over with a belt.
I said not to say anything.
Just upsets me.
Sam, I said we weren't allowed to talk about that. We're gonna have some stone words after this.
You strap me to the table and start playing darts, but around me. But then I start to think you're aiming
That
at me.
sounded
And...
terrible. That sounded overtly sexual when it really didn't need to.
Hey, your mom brought that.
You were
man,
just
not
like,
mine.
strap me to a table. That's exactly how you said it. And so, obviously, connotations
strap
there.
me to a table.
Ew. You heard it here first. Sam has strange desires. But
no.
something that we actually haven't touched on at all, which is probably going to be, if
Table
not,
strapping. Table Strap Simulator 2017.
yes, but that was already released, so we're not going to talk about that.
True.
It
Go ahead,
sold
though.
terribly, and it was your game, so let's not brand it. But
I'm the only
we
one with the
haven't talked
expertise to develop it. Sorry
haven't
to cut you off
talked
again.
about the.
Table strapping.
I just want to leave it. I don't want to talk about it anymore.
I know, that's why I keep interrupting you.
I don't want to know what you enjoy. Changing
Go
whips
ahead.
don't excite
Okay.
me.
I'll let you go this time. Go.
Will you though? Never
Yeah,
let
I
me
promise.
go, Jack.
Never let me go. Never let me go. Go.
We haven't talked about fucking Project Scorpio.
No, we haven't. I
We
did not
haven't
even
touched
think
on
of
it
Project
at
Scorpio.
all. Probably the biggest thing that's going to happen during this event, I think.
Yeah.
What are they going to call it? I reckon that's what they're gonna have to call it something. They won't call it the
Xbox
Xbox
2.
Scorpio. They're definitely going to call it the Xbox Go Fuck Yourself.
Xbox the 4th.
Xbox the 4th. That'll do.
Sir
But no.
Exbonius Fortheus.
Yeah, it's just weird. What are they going to call it now that they've gone from like the Xbox 360 to the Xbox One? I mean, is this going to be like what, the Xbox 280? Something just stupid? I don't
reckon
know.
it'll be
Xbox Square, because everyone knows the next thing up from a circle is a square.
from a circle.
Because like one for Revolution is
Oh, the
why they called it
360.
one. And they called it one, so now they call it the square.
Right. I mean, that kind of makes sense. The Xbox Square.
I've got actually no idea. Like, I just don't know
I
what
was
direction they'll
thinking
take.
Xbox Elite, except then they've already had the Xbox 360 Elite, which was just a version of the Xbox 360. So I reckon, that the one Xbox to rule them all.
The one box. The funny thing is, everyone gets a free Red Ring of Death with their Xbox, so I have to buy another one.
Sweet.
The one ring to ruin them all.
Thanks, Phil Spencer. You're so kind to us, giving us free red rings of death.
Gotta buy 2 consoles. But
yeah.
yeah, whatever they call it though, it's going to be interesting because it is going to be their big play for the year, and especially with PlayStation releasing the Pro already, and having no further like design or console outputs until next year. Like, what price range are we going to see for this? And what are they going to demonstrate on it? Like, what are they going to show us to relay the capabilities of this console?
It's going to be 500 Australian dollars.
Yeah?
It's going to... I don't know what kind of specs it's going to have.
More so,
I
I'm
reckon
thinking,
I'll
like, what
have-
games will they show? What games will they play that could be games that are being released or shown at E3, or what games that have already come out will they show?
Oh, easy. They're going to debut Halo 6 and Forza 6. Pretty sure they're up to Forza 6.
There's so many 6s here of the
Yeah.
6.
No, because Forza is a beautiful looking game.
Yeah.
And then if the Crackdown
Mind
3.
bang. What?
Lightning bolt, light bulb moment. Crackdown 3. I don't know if you've ever played Crackdown, have you?
No.
It wasn't the most popular games ever, but they were really good. They were really good
Were they on
Xbox
PlayStation?
exclusives on the 360.
Well,
No.
then that's why I haven't played them, no.
Actually Crackdown 1 was really good. Crackdown 2 is pretty average. And then about 3 or 4 years ago, they announced Crackdown 3 was a thing. And that it was going to have a 100% destructible environment, stuff like that. But it could barely run on the Xbox One. So I reckon they've moved it over to Scorpio, and then they're going to give it a killer tech demo with Crackdown 3. And it's going to look really good, along with Halo 6 and along with Forza 6. Because Forza is always beautiful. Halo, that's kind of Microsoft's flagship series. And then Crackdown, that's going to be one of their new things, I reckon.
Yeah,
And it's going to
something
blow
to show
everyone away.
what it can do.
Yep,
I like
100%
those
destructible
predictions.
environment. That'll be awesome. Running on Scorpio, it'll be about as powerful as your mid-range gaming PC. It'll probably have, instead of like a GTX 1080, it'll have like a, I don't know, maybe a 1070 equivalent, something like that. 1070 equivalent, maybe. Won't be incredibly powerful, but it will be more powerful than the Xbone and the PlayStation 4.
Yeah.
For $500 or $550.
How much was the PlayStation Pro sold for?
I think it's like
What
400.
was the price when it was? I reckon that they might try and match that price. I reckon that they'll try and do it to lure more people in to buy one.
But it's gonna have a lot more better specs than the PS4 Pro. The PS4 Pro is pretty much as powerful as the PS4, only it has 4K and HDR. Where the Scorpio is promised to have a lot more than that, because that's what the Xbox One S is. That is as powerful as the PS4 Pro. So they already have something at that equivalent. So
Yeah, no, I still think they'll try and have something that will be a bit competitive, just because they've been released so close together.
true.
Like, a lot of people might just be like, look, I don't want to pay this extra money for 4K, which for a lot of people still isn't really relevant. So they're going to focus on paying less for just as much, really. Because,
That's fair.
better running power and stuff is good, because, obviously you need to play the 4K games, more stress on things. But if you've just got a normal TV and you want to play games, most games now are compatible, between cross-platform, unless you want your exclusives, of course. So, for a lot of people, they might just get the cheaper option. But that also, I think, is another thing. Why? I don't understand, the big hype with 4K at the moment.
Because it's beautiful.
Is it? Because, when I was looking at something, I was looking at a graph, and to actually see a noticeable enough difference, how big is your TV?
I have no idea. I'd say it's about 40 inches.
Yeah, 40 inches. To see a noticeable difference, you need to be sitting 1.5 meters away from the TV. Otherwise, it's not really worth it. You're not going to see the difference. Did you know
1.5
that?
meters isn't that far at all. I'm sitting that far away from my TV. But,
Yeah.
yeah.
But, I'm
that's
thinking,
not
if
that
you've got a
far.
family TV or stuff, you usually got, something in between, coffee table or something. You're going to have to get a big TV to make it worth, having the 4K Ultra HD or whatever they call it these days.
I reckon it does make a huge difference, actually. I don't know. Having seen it myself, I reckon it is a lot better than regular HD. It's a lot sharper, especially
Definitely
with
is,
HDR.
but is it worth paying
But,
that
yeah.
extra money for not the hugest amount of difference?
Personally, if you're a quality snob like I am, yeah, it is.
Yeah?
But most people aren't, so
Well, that's it,
there's
because,
that too.
if you sat down and there's one with a 4K TV and capabilities, and there's one with, 1080? Is the one that we have at the moment. If you were just walking over, you wouldn't know the difference, I don't think. You'd still just sit down and play it, and unless you were told which one was which, or if you could see each one, say there was a divider between it, I don't think you would lose anything by playing the 1080 one over the 4K TV.
I don't know. I reckon you can tell, personally, but oh well.
No, I mean, you're not going to
Agree
lose
disagree.
any of the experience.
No,
You're not
you
going to
don't.
gain any more of an experience by having it looking point whatever better. Because we're
No,
at the
yeah,
maximum
the game's the
saturation
same
for the
either
amount
way.
of We're at like the maximum saturation of seeing pixels now. Like this is basically it, unless you're having a huge TV. So yeah, no. I just don't get at the moment for paying extra for not much.
Yeah, no, that's fair. But I mean, I did just buy my Xbox One S purely as a 4K streamer.
I'm pretty sure that the PlayStation can stream 4K. Look at that right now.
Yeah, but it doesn't do 4K Blu-rays, and I'm building a Blu-ray collection.
Well, I hate you.
Aw, thanks, buddy. But we'll probably move on to my next prediction. God of War 2017. America's
easy.
fall, so our spring. It's going to be a November game because PlayStation has nothing else in that slot apart from maybe Spider-Man. So
yeah, Spider-Man's a weird one. I don't know what's going to go on with that, but wait, I've completely lost my train of thought. What game were you talking about? Holy shit.
God of War.
God of War. Oh yeah. I reckon it might even wait till like late summer. Like with the amount of delays it's had so far, it could well just keep being pushed back because, as we say every single time, games just seem to be delayed more and more, and especially with like such a huge and anticipated title as that, I wouldn't doubt that they're trying to push the development team too quickly and they're not going to be 100% satisfied until later in the year.
This is true. I don't know. Yeah, I agree. Either way, my prediction is 2017, just blank. So, okay. I mean, either way, I'm right. I get the point, but yeah, no, definitely. Just as a side prediction, that'll hopefully happen, but never would. Kratos, instead of being the regular Kratos, is going to go to a millennial-hating redneck with a cowboy accent.
Oh, damn. And will feature in Far Cry 5.
Those goddamn millennials.
That's it. And he will kill everyone. He's a secret boss. Easter egg.
If you ever become a millennial, or like those goddamn millennials, I'ma have your head.
You won't be one of them dumbass hipsters. I'll brand your ass, just like old Betsy out back.
I tried to kill Zeus one day, so I can take you too, son. Don't try me.
Don't fucking talk back to me. I've killed gods. You ain't no god. I have killed gods. You spoke to, so you spoke back. You're gonna get killed.
If there's one thing that are more annoying than gods that hate me, it's those goddamn millennials.
He keeps going, it circles back every time. He moves on to his son talking back and then gets back onto millennials, and his son literally can't leave.
Now, son, you know how that monster nearly killed you. You know whose fault that is?
It's the millennials.
Goddamn millennials.
If they just learn to hunt monsters like back in the old days, we'd be fine.
But Dad, there's no such thing as millennials. We're living in the Norse mythology times.
Millennials are real, goddammit.
Millennials.
They'll come in the sleep and they'll take you. Now turn you into a hipster. And you will stop eating red meat and you only eat lettuce. Do you want that, son? Do you want that?
Do you want lettuce? If I ever catch you having a goddamn vanilla latte, I'll have your head.
Pumpkin spice my ass, I'll kick your teeth in.
We're going inside, we're watching the NASCAR.
You put a pair of glasses on when you don't need glasses, you got 20/20 vision. I'm gonna kick your son in the ribs.
If I ever see you with one of them curly mustaches, I'ma curl your body the same way.
You know why I'm gonna do all this? 'Cause of those goddamn millennials.
Those goddamn millennials.
Back in my day, I killed monsters. What do millennials do? They ain't doing shit.
Sip on their lattes in the corner and cry.
I killed Zeus once. I fought Zeus. You think millennial could do that? I killed Zeus. I'll smoke him down. Titan, I kill one of them too. Goddamn millennials.
Fantastic.
He starts just writhing on the floor and frothing at the mouth, screaming.
Writhing around.
All you hear is like gurgling and then millennials and killed Zeus. Pumpkin spice mustache. And that's the stage where his son can actually proceed out of the room because Kratos has lost all sense of anything at this point. He wakes up and it's just like a little bit of like spit dripping down. He's like, "What happened?" Goes about his normal day.
And then he just thinks of millennials and you see his eyes start to twitch and rage and then the game just cuts off.
And that's
there.
it. You're playing the game, it's like, Kratos is going into millennials rage. Tap X to stop this. You tap X, it's like, you can't stop a Kratos rage. Enjoy. Just repeats that whole scene again.
Oh, fantastic. Kratos, the millennials killer. Oh, man. If there's a modern day God of War game, that is it.
I want that. If it's an outrageous prediction, that's it.
Have you got any other predictions?
Nothing to top that. I did talk about the fact that there's going to be a rocket ship that runs off pure E3 expectations while you were gone because you laughed at my idea.
Oh, man.
So now that idea's out there and it's patented.
Runs off. Nothing but E3 expectations.
That's it. Otherwise, wouldn't mind seeing Wolfenstein. That's another thing. Just briefly.
Oh, that'd be good.
I've only played a little bit of them, but it'd be nice to see something else and something just kind of, over the top and well worked on because the developers have actually said that they are really excited for it. What other games were there? Oh, of course. Crown Jewel, Kingdom of Hearts. Yeah.
Ooh,
yeah.
Kingdom Hearts 3.
Back into the old...
Alright, when's that coming out?
When's that coming out?
Mm-hmm.
I reckon it'll be released early next year.
No way.
Look,
There's more chances of a rocket ship running on E3 expectations than Kingdom Hearts 3 coming out next year.
I just really want it. Coincidentally, before they announced it, I just finished the first Kingdom Hearts playthrough again. And I'm playing through Kingdom Hearts 2 at the moment. And they announced it, I was like, I need this. So I'm trying to slow down my gameplay, but it's not going to happen. I'll never finish them at the same time.
No, Kingdom Hearts 3 is, I'm going to say 3 years away.
I reckon 2 years. Like this year, and then it'll be the end of maybe next year, start of the year after.
I mean, it was announced, I think, about 3 years ago, but Square Enix are really good at taking too long to make games. And the same studio was working on Final Fantasy 15, Kingdom Hearts 3, and the Final Fantasy 7 remake. The exact same team, same directors and everything. So they have their hands full. I reckon it's going to take another 3 years.
I hate you.
I think I saw an article the other day. I can't remember if it was legit or not, and I can't remember what site it was from. But it was like some guy from Square Enix was like, yeah, Kingdom Hearts 3 and Final Fantasy 7 are just hitting the proper development stage. It's like, oh...
Brilliant.
Cool. I don't know if that article was legit though, so take that with a grain of salt. But I would love to see some Kingdom Hearts 3. That'd be at the Sony conference, if at any conference. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I'd love to 100%. See that. My next prediction is that Mark Cerny pops out and announces the Knack 2 Knackalicious edition, which features a Knack statue and a copy of Mark Cerny's childhood diary detailing his burning desire to make Knack.
Came to me in a dream once. Look, I reckon it'd be that, but instead, it's gonna be Mike's Knacktacular. So they're gonna release it as Mike's Knacktacular, and it's gonna be the exact same as you said.
Mike's Knacktacular, fantastic. I'd like that actually. And then they also announced the Knack Expo 2017, which is going to be Sony's main event instead of the PlayStation experience, but it's just a festival all about Knack.
Everybody Knack. You get to destroy the environment and make you bigger. Something we've had in production. We know you're all ready for it. It's Knack.
Knack 2.
It's got some music that hasn't even got to do with Knack because they're trying to make it interesting.
That's pretty much what they did with the Knack 2 trailer. But yeah, I don't know if you've seen that, but yeah. And then my last prediction is Shuhei Yoshida finally announces that PSN name changes can happen.
The one that I stole off you quickly just before we started. It's like, hey,
Yep.
imagine if they could change your name on PSN. What a weird and outlandish thing.
God damn, that was my prediction.
Look, we
But
have
yeah.
as much chance as getting the old PSN name change ability as I have of getting Kingdom of Hearts at the end of this year.
I think so too. I don't know if I've talked about it on this podcast before, but the reason why they can't change names is because PSN is designed stupidly in a way that you make your account, right? So your account exists along with your email and that, but they save your actual name as a separate account and separate entity along with your trophies and stuff like that. So all of your trophies and that, they save to your email and stuff, but your name is its own separate entity that they just sync to your email and stuff like that. So because they're two separate things, to change your name, that'll totally throw off your sync of all your current profile details that are saved to your email. So they reckon it's nearly impossible to be able to change your name and still keep your PSN information at the moment with the way that they've designed PSN, which is super dumb, and they can't really find a way around it. But yeah.
I think you said entity in 3 different ways during that too.
Entity and titty and tie-tie.
Entity, and Anthony.
Anthony and Anthony.
That's it. But what time are we at now? We've pushed through a lot of predictions.
We're hitting just on the hour mark.
What?
Now, Mr. Storia.
Hour. My God, how time flies when you're talking about Kratos.
And those goddamn millennials.
And those goddamn millennials. But yeah, no, for me, I think that's pretty much sums up what my expectations for E3 are going to be this year.
That also sums up all of my predictions. So while I edit this podcast, I'll make note of all of our predictions, write them all down. E3 will happen. I will watch the E3. I will enjoy the E3, and I will mark our predictions of the E3.
And our resident E3 man will make the E3 announcement at E3.
Resident E3-val.
Welcome to E3val. One place where you can be scared and get the updates from Banter Lab E3 predictions. E3 will come into live cinemas.
All cinemas on a limited run. Please get your tickets soon at www.banterlab.e3val resident e3valtickets.com.au/banterlab.
Also, if you've got the time, like and subscribe, and buy one of our shirts. I wouldn't mind, because I'm trying to put my kid through college, so if you'd buy one of our shirts, I would greatly appreciate it.
Buy our Kratos shirt. It's Kratos with McCree's hat and a cigar in his mouth, and it says "Goddamn Millennials." So please get that shirt from us. We don't actually have shirts. We'd like shirts. We'll make shirts someday. Shirts will be coming out our ears. Buy shirts. Shirts on sale. $10.50 per shirt.
And I'll send you one of my shirts.
We got a shirt.
I won't wash it, but you can have one of my shirts off my back.
An extra $10 for that guy. Ben Sweat.
No. No, I don't want to. I'm not gonna say it. I'm done. Stop before I say something goddamn intelligent.
Intelligent. But on that note, this has been our Banter Lab E3 prediction show. And until next time, I've been Sam with Ben for Banter Lab. Au revoir.
Goodbye.